Hi everybody. Not sure who all is here, but I got how to flip my camera around. There we go. So I'm Marilee of Kitchen Vixen, if you didn't already know me. My paleo website is based on the 50 Shades of Paleo, kind of like a play on 50 Shades of Grey. I know, kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. So I thought I would show everybody how to make tallow at home. I just learned myself and figured out how easy it really is, and I thought I'd share it with the rest of you. So go ahead and follow me along. Let's start with some facts about tallow, okay? Tallow, what is it? Tallow is rendered fat from like cows and sheep and other animals. I happen to get my tallow from a butcher shop over in Oakland called Marin Sun, and I get grass-fed beef from that butcher shop, which is really great. Their prices are pretty reasonable, and you know, works out for me. So I get all sorts of stuff there. Liver, steaks, beef fat, marrow bones, you name it, I get it. So that's what I do. Anyways, today we are going to be using grass-fed beef fat from cows, and tallow is usually called suet when you go to an actual butcher shop. And when visiting the butcher shop, you will see it usually referred to as suet. So if you're going over to a traditional butcher shop and you're looking for beef fat and you don't see it typically titled beef fat, that's probably why. So you want to ask them for beef fat, or if you know the term suet, then ask them for suet, and then you'll get it. So what does it mean to render tallow? To render tallow is a process of heating and separating the fat from the bits by slowly heating and straining the fat. And fat renders more quickly if you get it ground up or cut it up into chunks. And I always ask my butcher shop to go ahead and grind up the suet or beef fat for me ahead of time when I come to pick it up. And it works out real nice. And so how do we cook tallow? Well, that's what we're about to get into. So let's take a look at what we got here, okay? I'm going to turn the camera around, so give me a second. All right, so right here, I have a bag of ground up beef fat, if you can see that, okay? And what I'm going to do is put it into my Instapot. So I have one of these really nifty Instapots. It's a 7-in-1 Instapot, and it does slow cooking, it does pressure cooking, it sautés, it steams, it does everything, including yogurt, which I haven't gotten into yet. So we'll get there one of these days. So in addition to, you know, the beef fat, we have the Instapot, and I also have a 1/4 cup of water, if you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the 1/4 cup of water into the Instapot. The water is good to keep from burning your tallow in the Instapot, okay? And then I'm going to grab the tallow, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it right on into the Instapot. This is going to look a little goofy, so forgive me. Make sure that all gets in there. All right. So as you can see, I've got my beef fat in there, and it's all ground up, and it's sitting on top of the water, and that's all you really need to do with it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And lock it, and I'm going to set this to slow cook on low, and I'm going to set it for 9 hours. You want to render your tallow low and slow so it doesn't burn, and that's the key to it, basically. So my Instapot is set. It's going to beep, letting me know it's ready to start, and there you go. So I leave this overnight for 9 hours. I'm going to go ahead and turn this back around. Hi. So, at the end of 9 hours, we're going to get rendered tallow. And rendered tallow will basically end up looking golden brown. And if you saw one of my pictures from yesterday, you saw freshly rendered tallow in its melted golden form. Once I finish rendering the tallow, I clean out the pot, and by cleaning out the pot, I mean I need to strain the tallow to separate it from the bits that come out of it. So when your tallow renders, it's going to separate, and you're going to get these brown cracklings in there. And these brown cracklings are really, really good stuff. They taste, you know, they're kind of like similar to bacon bits. So what I do with the cracklings is I put them into my little convection oven and I render them even further, and I'll give you a little picture of it going on here right now. So that is the cracklings, and I put it in my little convection oven to render out the fat that's still in there a little bit more and dry it out so it can get nice and crunchy. So once that's done, then I can use it to throw on my salads or throw it in my soup and flavor the soup any way I want. So basically that's what I use it for. So that's that. So to do this, I have to strain the tallow, and straining the tallow means either using a cheesecloth or a very fine strainer. And I have a fine strainer that I like to use, which is this one. Hi. And I stick this thing over the top of a jar, and I then take the big pot from the Instapot out, and I will slowly pour the tallow into the jar through the strainer. And that will separate the tallow from the cracklings and let it set in the jar. And once that's done, I let it set and I put it in the fridge, and you get one of these beauties. So that is a lot of tallow. That will last me quite a while. So tallow has a lot of benefits to it. Tallow has a lot of niacin, B6, B12, K2, selenium, potassium, iron, and a lot more stuff. It is also rich in omega-3s and 6s, and it also has high levels of linoleic acid, which is known to be a cancer fighter. So tallow is actually a really healthy fat to eat with a lot. And ways that I like to use my tallow is I use it to saute my eggs, I saute my veggies with it, I can fry with it, I can, basically use it for anything I want because it's got a high burning temperature and it tolerates high temp cooking. You can also use it to make candles and soaps, and you can also use it to moisturize your skin. People with eczema often use tallow to moisturize their skin to treat the eczema. So tallow has many, many benefits other than just cooking and eating with it. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and follow me at kitchenvixen.com. And I'm going to give you a little snapshot that you can take of my website, and make sure you sign up for the newsletter while you're there, okay? Here we go. Take a snapshot. I told you I would make a dork out of myself, and I think I officially did it. So there you go. Anyways, enjoy, take care. Follow me at kitchenvixen.com, sign up for my newsletter, and I look forward to talking to you guys some more. Bye!